Hi everybody, and thank you for watching. So I started this channel to have some accountability and motivate myself to organize my home. I have decided to participate in Vlogmas this year and complete this 30-day organizing challenge I found online. If this sounds interesting to you, please subscribe to my channel, watch my daily videos as I clean my areas of my home and make 2024 an amazing year for myself and for my family. Welcome to Vlogmas and Organizing Challenge Day 1, where we look at kitchen cabinets and pantry. So this is my pantry here. So it does look like it's a mess. It is actually quite clean. A month ago, I did tackle this pantry area. So there shouldn't be any expired products. I just need to rearrange it and organize it because usually when the kids grab stuff, they tend to just dump it back into any drawer that they see. So as I organize this, you'll see me move things from different drawers because some drawers there is more space, like this bottom one. Some of the products that were here before have been eaten, so now all these other extra stuff on this second drawer, it's just too jam-packed. So I'm moving stuff around so that it's a bit more organized and it looks a little bit more neater. This third drawer has a lot of products. Like I said, they've just dumped the cookies there, and we've eaten most of the Australian candy and cookies that were there from before. So now I'm just moving whatever's left over onto the second shelf, which is basically all of our candy, chocolate, and snacks. And then I'm going to rearrange this third shelf. And you'll also see me move products from the fourth shelf down here because there's a lot of space that's on this shelf once I've moved things around. This top shelf has also changed quite a lot because my stepdaughter actually did a bit of shopping. So we do have a lot more baking products here because she's been baking cookies and stuff like that. So that has changed quite a bit as well. But I'm going to leave those products there because those are hers. And then I've just moved a few other items that baking products up there. And so all these items here, they're just like trash and extra boxes, so I'm getting rid of those. And then that's basically it. So that is the pantry. So there's not much there that I had to do. So let's recap of what my pantry looked like before. So you can see once you open it up, there's just product everywhere. There's nothing that's organized. Things were just dumped into different shelves. There's cookies here, like there's just stuff everywhere. So I really need to just reorganize this. I didn't really throw much away. I just moved things around and made it a bit more organized. And so now let's look at what my pantry looks like. So it is a lot more cleaner, a lot more neater. So you can see all the baking products up there, so that looks all clean. Over here you've got all of our ramen and some canned products and some sugar. This next shelf is a mix of a variety of different products, but it is all organized. There's nothing that is just thrown there. And then down here you've got all of the kids' candies and cookies, and then the bottom one is usually just the excess. And so that's basically my pantry. So really quick, it only took me about an hour to finish all of those. Now let's look at some cabinets. So there are 4 main cabinets that I work on. This is one that I haven't touched in a long time, so I really need to clean this one. So this just has a bunch of random stuff, so I am going to clean this one here, and then after that I'm going to tackle 3 more cabinets. So this cabinet is basically done. All those items on the floor I will be donating, and now we're going to look at some of the top cabinets. So this is the main cabinet that has all of my plates and glass Tupperware. So I'm going to tackle this and organize it, and also you can see here that there's a lot of dust, so I do need to wipe these down first and then reorganize it to make it a little bit more organized. The angle of the camera is pretty bad here, but what I'm actually doing is with those glass Tupperware, there's actually 3 different sizes and you can put them inside each other. So that's what I'm doing to save space. I'm putting the tiny one inside the smaller one, inside the bigger one. That way I am creating more space in this shelf. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I did notice on the top shelf that there was a few more. So I've brought a few down to then place them inside there to make some more space. So this top shelf, we really don't use it as often. It is really high. I'm actually standing on our counters so I can get to it. So I did decide to wipe it down. It was actually quite dusty. Like I said, we don't actually grab stuff from here that often, but I did wipe it all down. I put most of the items back there. Those are more or less excess of products that we don't typically use. So that's basically it. And so now we're working on cabinet number 3. So this is all of our plastic Tupperware, and then a lot of bottles at the top here that we don't really touch. So I don't like plastic per se, but it's good to have them on hand. So whenever we have family over and they want to take food home, I had a lot more Tupperware here than I did. And as we have holidays and parties, I have been slowly getting rid of them. Eventually it's going to get to the point where I will have no more plastic Tupperware, which is amazing, but for now I will keep them here. And sometimes it's good to have those plastic Tupperware when you are bringing food out and about and then just throw them away. I know they're technically reusable, but at the same time, glass is a lot better than plastic. But I do have still quite a few plastic Tupperware that will eventually, like I said, people will take them whenever they have food to go, and so that's why I still have them here for now. But eventually I want to go less plastic and more glass. So this second shelf is more or less, these large plastics are from restaurants and stuff like that. So we tend to keep them, like I said, if we're going to a party and we are cooking, I will put them in those and then I can take it with me. So those are more or less for to go, but they did come from a restaurant and we tend to keep them a lot. Also, my husband likes to use those as well when he's marinating meats and stuff like that. So they're pretty large Tupperware, and so we like to keep those on hand, but we don't use them as often. This third shelf really has a lot of bottles and vases. I rarely actually get into this shelf. I'm standing on my kitchen counters to reach this. It is very high. So I am going to pull all these out. I am going to clean this shelf, and then I'm actually going to go through all of these and see what we want to keep and then what we want to either donate or throw away. And so these are all the bottles and vases that were up there, so I'm going to go through them and pick out the ones that I want to keep. Most of the vases I will keep, and some of the bottles I will try and keep some of them, but a lot of them don't even have the lid anymore, and so I'm just probably going to throw them away. And so we're coming to the end of cabinet number 3, and so now let's look at cabinet number 4. And so this has all of my glassware, and you can see that it's quite messy as well. I also have more bottles up there that I need to go through, so I really need to organize this. And I want to have all the glasses on the bottom, all of the mugs, and then excess bottles on the top. So I'm going to pull everything out. I'm going to wipe down the shelf and then reorganize them again. I like to do shelf by shelf. I feel like it's easier because I don't want to have too many products on my counters. I feel like a bit more overwhelmed having too much there, so I'm just going to do shelf by shelf, and then you'll also see me move things around as I see certain products on one shelf that should go on the other. So we have a lot of different mugs, so you'll see me basically moving stuff around, trying to make it all fit, because there's some large ones and some regular ones. So I'm going to move them around as best as I can and try and make as many of them fit. Whatever couldn't fit, more than likely I will get rid of them. But some of them have sentimental value, like some of them are like places that we've been to. I have like the Nutella one from Chicago. I have a Starbucks one from Boracay. There's just a few sentimental with those mugs. And so now we're going on to the final shelf, and so there's a lot of products that's been just dumped here. We've been in this home for, I think, close to 3 years now, and I swear I don't think I even remember putting actually touching anything on this shelf. So these products have been here for quite a while, and so I really need to clean the shelf and then reorganize it and keep the products that I want. And so all of these were in that cabinet, not necessarily that shelf, but I'm going to go through all of them. I will try and match up what I can, and then whatever can fit in that shelf is what's going to go. And so I do have a few like protein shakers. I'm just going to try and match them up, and whatever I can't match up, I am going to more than likely throw away. So those are all the items I can fit in this cabinet. And so all these items here, I could not find a place, or they don't have like a lid or something like that. So I am just going to put them in this bag. I will go through it later. Half of them I'm going to probably put it on my buy nothing group, and the rest I'm probably going to just throw away, because like I said, they don't have lids and stuff like that. So there's no point in, I don't think there's any point in donating it to Goodwill. They're more or less trash because they're just plastic without lids. Now let's go back and see what the first cabinet looked like before. So you can see there's a lot of products that were all over the place. Products have just been thrown in here, and it was really dirty. So I really wanted to put some organization in this and get rid of products that we don't need. So that was one of my main goals. Let's look at what the cabinet looks like now. So as you open it, you can see that it is a lot more neater. Products have its place, so as I'm pulling it out, things aren't falling. It looks a lot more cleaner as well as I've wiped it all down. And so all those bottles in the back there are our taller bottles that won't fit on the other shelves, so that's why they have them down there. And then all these products I decided to donate. Now let's look at cabinet number 2. So these had all my plates and all of my glass Tupperware. So my main goal was to clean it, one, because it was very dirty, and then also organize it a little bit, because you can see there's some of the bowls and that are out of place. Now the cabinet looks a lot more organized. There are a lot of products. There's actually a lot more space, so you can see that by me organizing the glass Tupperware, there's a lot more space on the second shelf, and then all of the plates are a lot more organized than it was before. Now let's look at cabinet number 3, which had all of my plastic Tupperware. So it was a mess. A lot of the times the kids just throw stuff in there, and then also those glasses at the top there, we haven't touched them in a long time. So I really wanted to tackle this. Now let's look at the cabinet. It is a lot more organized. I didn't really throw much away. I just moved things around, and I also cleaned the cabinet. I did get rid of quite a few at the top, but most of the Tupperware I just left it. Now let's look at the glass cabinet. So you can see here that there were a lot of products everywhere. I've got glass, plastic, mugs on different shelves, so I really wanted to organize those. And the final reveal is cabinet number 4. So you can see there is a big change. I have all my glass on the first shelf, all of my mugs on the second, and then excess on the top. So I was really happy with everything that I did today. And so day number 2, tomorrow, will be the kitchen drawers and the counters. Thank you for watching.